Ladies' night. It is an evening for the ladies. um, Before we go any further, I would like to send my condolences to the family of Cam and China, Inglewood natives, hard female rappers, hard, like lyricists for real. And I can only imagine the pain that their family is experiencing, especially Cam, her twin sister. I mean, they're like identical. But again, I want to express my deepest condolences to the family, to their fans. It's never easy going through stuff like that. She was only 30 years old, still blossoming, still growing and glowing. So, send a prayer up if you can,
Yes.
if you will. Send a prayer up for the families. I want to also send my condolences to the CEO of Pretty Strands. It is a hairline, a hair cosmetic line, I should say. Hair products. She got everything: shampoo, conditioner, um, rice, rice water, sea moss. Like, she has a whole line of product. Courtney, my girl, she just had to bury her daughter who passed away at 20, I believe, 20 or 21, from lupus.
Wow.
And I want to let her know that she is in my prayers, her and her family, her entire family. Again, I know, I can't say I know what it feels like. I can only imagine the pain that a parent has to go through when I'm losing a child, But Courtney is one of the sweetest people, the sweetest people. And, she is a bomb, bomb. I'm going to call her a hair magician because she do. Um, and it's like, I just want to express my condolences to the families. And I am continuously praying for you guys. It is it's no words. It's no words that can express any level of compassion, because you never know what to say. I'm lost for words now, just trying to, express it. But, keep people in your prayers. Pray for people. If you're a praying person, pray for people. Pray for this world. Woo! Pray for this world. The things that are going on, only God knows what the end result will be. We have entered a time of confusion, rage.
Yes.
People are being taken away from their families. It's a mess. Our country is a mess, and the only thing we can do is put it in God's hands. And with that being said, we're gonna get into it. We'll talk some more to Miss PYT. So is it just PYT, or they call me PYT?
They call me PYT.
Okay, so I gotta get it together. They call me. We gotta talk to. They call me PYT.
Because the PYT was messing me up for a minute because Michael Jackson had that sold up.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I had to, okay,
Yes.
let me just put they
Pretty
call
young
me.
things for those that don't know. So when you're writing, how do you base your storylines?
Well, first, I just listen to the music first. I don't know how other people write, but I feel like when I just try to just start going in or start trying to freestyle and I haven't even really let the beat like set into me, I ain't even learned the beat, the melody, the switch up, the hi-hat sound like this. So for me, I listen to the music first over and over and over. I like to be by myself, nobody around, and just play it over and over and over because it does talk to you.
Oh yes, for sure.
It really does. Like the music will talk to you. Like it gives you the type of energy you should put into the track. Basically. So for me, I start off first with that. After that, then I just start like I guess after it kind of like tells me what mood I should be in or what to say, like, cause there are some songs where you listen to and it's like you get a party vibe. There are some songs you listen to or
Oh, for sure.
production, I should say, that you listen to. Like, let's say somebody like DJ Quick. DJ Quick, you can either party or you're gonna sit there and you're gonna tell a story. Like, you a gangster, and he's sitting there talking about at the end Tupac and Biggie. Like the song is basically about beefing. Then he has a song where he's talking about everywhere you go is just like Compton. So for me, it's like I like to sit, listen to the music, and then after that, it's like, okay, now what story do you want me to tell?
Okay.
And I go from there.
From there.
Yes.
That's what's up. I have that's big because you gotta really understand the levels of music to be able to produce good music.
Yes.
So I appreciate that. Well, let's get into some music and see what and see what they call me PYT got going on.
Yeah,
so
let's
we
see
got we gonna get into the track star, and you will now hear the sounds. They call me PYT.
Let's go.
Only on the Kickback, baby.
So this song right here is called Sex You Up. Shout out to Ola at AFN. This is just going to be my verse. So just check out.
We ain't speak in a week, got into a little spat. So when you send that text like, baby, where you at? I'm pulling up, we ain't gotta discuss. I know what's up, know what's up. No, we ain't gotta rush. Enjoy the lust, breaking up ain't an option. You call me bitch, I call your bluff, boy, I know your mama. Between us a lot of trust, we ain't using condoms. And that's enough to let you know you my only partner. You my nigga, you my dog like Roo. I bought you a collar, but you never needed a leash. Missing me, lick me when you return from the street. Hitting me, hurting me, I'm your down ass, sexy little brown ass. Drink me like a tall glass.
90s vibes. So that was my way of telling the story between me and my guy. That's why I started out. We ain't speaking a week, got into a little spat. So when you send that text like, baby, where you at? I'm pulling up. And I just told the story. 16 bars.
Period.
Only 16 bars.
Hey.
And his project is out right now too. Shout out to Ola AFN.
Okay, say that again. Ola.
Ola HOLA AFN.
Okay, Ola. Shout out to Ola. So you have a 90s vibe,
Yes.
and when you're making your music, is that the level that you roll with all the time, or do you kind of like bring it into the
Today's world?
the
Yeah. But I feel like I still always
where are you most comfortable?
90s vibe. I did a project called Pearl Heart. Shout out to Jayhawk Productions. He produced that project. I did a project with him, and the beats, like the production, first of all, it was actual production. That's why I say shout out to Jayhawk. I'm talking about keys, like he's not just pressing a button and making a beat on Fruity Loops. So shout out to him.
Okay.
But when we did that project, it was, I guess, the sound of right now, but I switched up my flow a little bit to incorporate, I guess, like right now, but it's two songs, one called Doze and one song called Picture Perfect. And I don't know, I guess I just continue to keep that 90s authentic hip hop flow to where it's like I have my own originality. Like in the 90s, everybody kind of had their own voice. That's how I feel as far as my 90s vibe in today's music, because everybody kind of sound the same.
Yeah. Okay.
If that, not trying to offend anybody.
No, not at all. But it gotta make sense. I saw you posting a lot of Monica and Brandy. Who you got in the verses?
Okay, so I'm from Carson, so you already know I got to give it to my Carson girl, Brandy. I love Monica, but I got to give it to Brandy. She worked her butt off.
I agree, but I'm gonna take Monica on this one.
Okay, so you got your white shoes. You got for the tour.
Yeah,
you got the white heels.
I do. I'ma post them. I'ma send them to you.
Okay, before you walk out of my life.
Yeah, because I'ma run. But their timing. It's like the fact that Monica kept going, and the music that she was continuously putting out was really like for because we're pretty much the same age, so it's like you feel like you was going through that too, so like she's telling your story,
yes,
for you,
yes.
So I to be honest, it's I go for Monica, but who knows if Brandy would have kept going, where, it would have, because she got hits. Don't get me wrong.
Now you got to check out her B7 album, because that Borderline song, I ain't going to lie, I had a situation with my guy, and I'm like, yeah, I'm on the borderline. Don't want to be schizo this time. You feel me? So she got some stuff. I ain't going to lie. She got me through some hard times.
And I definitely get it, because the whole Brandy album is tight. I give her that. But again, Monica kept going. She kept making music. Not saying Brandy fell off, but she stopped. She paused. And I believe, whatever life has for all of us, that's the road we take.
Yeah.
But it's I'm gonna go with Monica. And by every right, you have the right to roll with Brandy.
All right, tour coming up. You feel me? I'm just happy, honestly, that
going?
Yes, I'm going. It's right at the Inglewood Forum, November.
Yes.
I will be there.
November 9th.
I love the fact that all these years, people have pitted them against each other. Like they said, like it made it seem as though like we fighting, behind the scenes, and it's like we're getting to know one another. Because at the end of the day, we came up in the industry at the same time. And the fact that instead of them listening to somebody else, I'm learning that now. Instead of listening to somebody telling you move right now because they feel you should move, this tour that they're doing right now is at the right time. Janet Jackson is touring. Patti LaBelle, Gladys Knight, Stephanie Mills, Shaka Khan, they just did a Mother's Day tour. TLC is still touring. It's like everybody right now is appreciating, even though you got the young artists and they getting the streams or whatever, and we know that, let's keep it 100, a million streams is only $4,000 check.
Hello.
So with them performing their hits and at a time where people like you said, with the young people, they playing old school videos they wasn't even alive for. They're going to these concerts. I took my mom to go see Escape and SWV. It wasn't just her generation in there. It was young people in there and
singing their little hearts out.
So Monica and Brandy are doing it at the right time in their careers.
For sure. I had that same experience with the DJ Quick concert. Even though I go to a lot of DJ Quick concerts.
Yes.
And whether I end up on stage, backstage, whatever, I buy a ticket.
Yep.
Like, I support. But it was DJ Quick, Too Short, and Scarface. And it wasn't like Scarface came and performed, Too Short came and performed, and then DJ Quick headline. It was a mixture. Like, it was the stage was set up like a living room. They had the videos playing in the back. It was just really lax, but they had a band.
That's what's up.
Scarface is a genius.
Shout out to Scarface.
Shout out to Scarface.
For real.
No, seriously.
He hard.
I saw him at Crush School, and then I just saw him again recently. And in between that time, he's had a major surgery. And he was up there doing his thing, playing the guitar, like just vibing and giving it up to Tupac in a major way.
That's what's up.
It was such a vibe, you know. It was really like, dang, like we was kicking it in the living room, you
That's
know.
what's up.
And for the people to be there, all ages, singing along, rapping. You know, High C was there. It was just real 90s, and it was a vibe. So I get it. I understand, you know, the whole flow of things.
Yes.
You know, I do. And as far as the generational thing, I took my daughter to see Mary J. Blige. And it was like around her birthday. But she's singing, I'm singing. You know, it's like a thing where if you know good music, you will adapt to good music.
Yes.
No matter what the age.
Yes.
So going into that, what or who would you say influenced your music most?
Michael Jackson and Tupac Shakur. Definitely. As far as my initial influences, definitely. And the reason why is because like Tupac and Michael, I know a lot of people say they love Thriller and they love Bad, and you know, I get it. It's the commercial music. But for me, I like Dangerous. I like History. I like Invincible. When he started talking like, y'all not about to keep playing with me, you know, and I look at that type of writing, even Tupac, and how when they write, you can close your eyes and you can see. Like, you can literally listen to a Tupac song like Shed So Many Tears and close your eyes and you can see police gunning somebody down. You can see him scared for his life. Like, all the sound effects in the song, like, you can see it. And that's always what I wanted to do because I started out as a writer first. And listening to their music, I still listen to their music. I just love being able to, like, write a vivid picture for people to see, if that makes sense. Even though they're listening to it, they can close their eyes.
Relate.
Exactly. Exactly.
I get it totally. As a teacher, that's how you learn, when you can relate to what the teacher's saying. A lot of times we have to break it down to the age to make it age appropriate. But when you are in it, you're in it. And it's like, whatever the age, whatever the case may be, you gonna ride or you gonna die.
Straight up.
You know, that's just how it goes. But we're gonna get into some more music. We got another track?
Yeah.
PYT on the Kickback with the lady.
Thursday.
Be right back.
I know you wanna hit it all night, so baby hit it all night. I know you wanna hit it all night.
They say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, but this caramel flavor will save a sweet tooth. White sheets and that dick hang like a noose. 1842, licking my body cause you feeling naughty. Call me Sierra, it's a body party. Yo, sex season, Lawry's, and I'm feeling mild. Feed me. Don't you be playing. When laying that pipe in this brick house, you loving how I'm getting thick now. Used to be shy, but you turning me out. Feel like a glove, got you wearing it out. Like a hoodie in winter. Remember when I used to be a beginner? Assume the position, I'm yelling go deeper. Pretty young tender, now eat it for dinner.
I know you wanna hit it all night, So baby, hit it all night. I know you wanna hit it all night. So baby, hit it all night. Hold on tight, don't be afraid. Turn up the lights, your body's my stage. Fucking my mind. You say, tell me it's mine.
What about beat it up in the back? Back of the big body, you can pin me down and then beat it up from the back. What about domination? Baby, you the boss. We can play out all fantasies. I could be your dessert. Get the whipped cream. Maybe you like to be at the bottom. Don't push my head away. Enjoy the exercise. I be working them hours so long. I know that sometimes you may feel you alone. Don't get to see you always on the go. Ain't always enough to FaceTime on the phone. Now that you got me, now give it. Thug it out, nigga. You cannot be timid. You ain't gotta tell me. I know that you miss it. The way that you kiss it, I know you gon' hit it.
I know you wanna hit it all night. So baby, hit it all night. I know you wanna hit it all night. So baby, hit it all night. Hold on tight, don't be afraid. Turn up the lights, your body's my stage. Fucking my mind. You say, tell me it's mine.
Well, let it be known then. We don't fuck. We know y'all East Coast. We know fuck. We at East Coast and out.
Allow me to introduce myself. They call me P.Y.T. They say it ain't the size, it's the motion in the ocean. That's important, that's effective. Defective niggas impotent. Couldn't last like a Duralast on low battery. Niggas think they rap gods. I rebuke idols for talking blasphemy. Yes, I got nerve to form a word. Call that girl Minerva. I'm not a killer, but don't push me further towards a murder. Lyrical homicide. Bonnie to a nigga Clyde. In the booth, I aim to shoot. Not worried if I live or die. Cause if I do this right and I don't cry when it's between my eyes, look at my killer and smile, my legend will be immortalized. I'm staring down each barrel of every burrow. Bracing for the trigger to click, and I promise you this. If your shooters happen to miss, I'ma 5-finger grip this mic and blow your cap right through your lips. Chances of survival are shady, I'm saying it's slim. DOA upon your arrival was my intent. Instinct is primal, a tiger, I tear you to bits. Never transition, but niggas will tell you I'm him. Crush your mind like a baseball cap brim, blue Dodger. Giving all you Yankees a spanking like I'm your father. Caught up in the rapture, my nature is bringing karma. Hit these haters up, cause that's what Pac taught us. Heard us rappers who never paid dues on the West. Talking greasy like an old school silk press, what a mess. I keep a pen within arm reach like 40 Glock. I low bars like bullets, I pull it and bodies drop. My precision, hitting all competition. If I aim it, I ain't missing. So just watch who you dissing. You better lay low, stay low. This ain't catch, but my nigga done caught a halo. Grim Reaper, this L.A., so Grim Sleeper. They said Nixon 6, they fishing in Jordan sneakers. Niggas mad at me cause I never gave them a feature. Stepped on my toes, them niggas was ballerinas. I stepped, got stripes like Adidas. On these niggas' tail like a cheetah. I proceed to stand on business, never cower. Y'all ain't felt this kind of explosion since the towers. No, you didn't say that. I guess I'm aiming at your jugular by taking down your structure. Word to your mother. Done, done.
Hey, and we are back. You have listened to the sounds of they call me P.Y.T.
Thank you.
So I hear the 90s vibe. Okay. So on the first track, was that you singing?
No, I wrote the song, but Lyrically Savvy, she's the singer on there.
Okay.
Yes.
Shout out to Lyrically Savvy. And the second one, what influenced that?
Okay, so the second one, I know you're aware that Joey Badass, he was going at Kendrick Lamar. And
Yes,
it went
Lord.
from Kendrick Lamar to other artists on the West Coast that felt like he was being disrespectful, like Eastside K-Boy,
That's my guy.
Reasons.
Rayvon,
You know, like people start coming at him. There's a New York rapper, and he hit me up after I dropped the bars. And he told me, like, yeah, I'm about to go at Eastside K-Boy. I'm about to go at you hard, but I'm just letting you know that I'm about to come at the West Coast. I said, okay. So he did a song that was called Slauson. And I was just like, Let's go. So I went to the studio. I remembered when Snoop was on stage at the Source Awards and he was saying how the East Coast don't got love, you know.
Yeah.
So
That was one of the hottest award shows ever.
that's how that got incorporated in there, and then I just dropped some bars.
Okay, so what's his name again? Because tell me off air.
I got you.
Yeah, because
And it's no disrespect to New York. I want New York to know that me personally, I always love East Coast rap because I love the fact that they spit.
yeah, for
They
sure.
spit and they appreciate spitters, and not like that, but being on the West Coast, my experience has been if I'm not talking about sex or if I'm not cursing every other word, then it's like, well, you're not entertaining. So that track is not me so much wanting to diss New York. I want their attention. I want them to see that there are artists on the West Coast that actually spit. Like, we're not all talking about twerking. Like, we actually got bars. Stop sleeping on the West Coast. If you gonna keep sleeping, I'm gonna wake you up.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay. Period.
Period.
That's what was said. And I get that, you know. A lot of so I used to collab with my girl Tissa Wright. Shout out to Tissa. She owned a magazine on the East Coast. She lives in New York, from New York. And I'm here on the West Coast. And what we did was she's a huge Nipsey Hussle fan.
That's what's up.
And what we did was we collabed where she had the magazine, I had the show. So we would feature artists on the from the West Coast in her magazine. It's I have so much respect for her because she has so much love for the West Coast. And she gave me a new love for the East Coast. Then I gained sponsorship from Line. Less is more events. I'm kind of personal because my guy passed away.
Okay.
He and his wife, they ran like a Ticketmaster, but on the East Coast. And so what I would do is I would promote their business, and they would sponsor tickets. Whatever tickets was going on out here, concerts or whatever, they would give them away on my show. I did like a tailgate. They was sponsoring children to go to the Rams games, to the football games, like big. So I have no shade when it comes to the East Coast. I love my experiences with people from the East Coast have been great. But I do understand in the music industry, there's a different level. And I feel like people are trying to bring back that East Coast, West Coast beef. And it's immature in this day. You know, back then it was big because you had established artists that was doing this. Like, don't try to do this to make a name for yourself. You know what I mean? This was done by people who already had names. You know, like Snoop, Tupac, Biggie, Free Diddy. They were already established when this beef was going. It wasn't like they was trying to come up. They already had names. So for me, I don't like the fact that people are trying to jump on that. You know, I think dude, whomever he is, I think he's just trying to bring more attention to himself. You know, they call it clickbait, clout, whatever. But I think he's trying to use that to bring more attention to himself.
Especially when you naming names and talking directly about where people are from. That's the part to me, because I like the sport. I like the sparring of going back and forth lyrically because you really don't see that today.
No, seriously.
You see artists get signed, like they say, talent don't even matter no more. I see it on the West Coast. You see artists, they got a song and it's like, boom, everybody jump behind it. But it's like the talent, the business is not there.
Right.
So I do enjoy the fact that people are lyrically getting on the mic. Like somebody made a comment and said that Joey Badass made the West Coast rap again. There were certain artists that came at him that I want to say I heard them before. It's not like they wasn't spitting. It's just the fact that you guys weren't listening to them because they wasn't spitting what you wanted to hear.
It wasn't the battle zone.
Exactly. So now that it's like you said, like this East Coast, West Coast thing, like you guys are trying to make this thing erupt. It's like that's not what it's for. If you guys want to go back and forth about who's the better artist, keep it at who's the better artist,
and
who
not
has the
where they
most
from.
bars.
Yeah, for sure.
Not where they're from. Like sending shots directly, you feel me, out here and naming streets and stuff like that. I can see how that makes it seem like, okay, you trying to start a coastal war. Like, we actually cool.
Right,
You know, so I get it.
And then you're not even established enough to do that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, for one, you going at Kendrick, and Kendrick is, I'm sure, not paying you no mind.
Yeah.
You know, Kendrick and Drake's beef came from a personal situation. You don't have a personal situation with this man.
Yep.
So you think by you going at him, he's going to make a record about you? No, it's not going to happen. And this is what people don't understand. But hopefully they will gain understanding and get it together. Because at the end of the day, with all this going on in the world, we don't need to be going against each other at all.
Yes.
I don't care where you from. We need to be teaming together, getting together, and trying to make something happen for each other.
Yeah, I got a couple collabs coming with some New York artists. Like I said, I'm not gonna lie. After I dropped the Joey bars, they were like, "You spit."
Yeah, for sure.
So the respect is there. It's not like, you know, oh, you from LA. Like, nah, you spit. Let's collab. So I am also working on collaborating with New York and possibly going out there this year. I got some things going on. So.
Okay.
But I'm definitely, I feel you on that. Like, bridge that gap.
Yes,
you know?
yes. But by any means necessary.
Yes.
You know? Don't allow people to come in and obstruct what we've already bridged, because that was done. You know, when Snoop got up there and asked y'all, oh, so y'all don't got love, you know, y'all don't got love for the West Coast, you know, y'all, and when all of that was bridged together, because even after, not like that, but Biggie was on the West Coast when he got killed.
Yeah.
He wasn't on the East Coast.
Yeah.
That means he was over here, and he wasn't coming over here to spar with nobody.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we got to do better as a people. You want your music to, you want people to pay attention to you? Then find a way to make them pay attention to you without belittling anyone. You know what I mean? Because if your music hot, it's gonna burn regardless.
Yeah.
So that's just my take on the whole. You know, but
I respect it.
You know, as far as you know, what you got going on now and what you're working on, what's next for you?
So what's next for me? Continue with the podcast, continue with my food page, and hopefully, I'm not gonna say hopefully, I will get more sponsorships and brand deals with different brands. And for myself as an artist, I want to make it clear that at this point in my career, after everything that I've went through musically and personally, I'm at the point in my life where I'm not doing this to please nobody.
Right.
I'm not doing this to get a record deal. Like I said earlier, I got TV on lock. I have emails. These people just hit me up, send me this, send me this, send me this. So I can get paid, and I will get paid for the rest of my life. So at this point, me putting out songs and putting out music is just because now new people are gravitating to me, and it's like, okay, oh, you do music? I want to hear more. And also for me to continue to keep my creativity going, because I will say writing for TV really expanded my lyricism.
Okay.
It made me not just write bars, but writing for TV, it's not like writing for the radio. Like,
no, not at all.
it's very commercial. They most of the time don't even like no cursing. Like, and I had to get back to that, because when I first used to rap, I didn't curse. So I had to get back to that. So for me, putting out new music, because that's what I want to do. And I'm just going to stay geared towards TV and film. Like, I'm going to be 40 years old one day, and I'm not. I know I'm not. I don't want to be on stage. I do want to just, ASCAP, cool.
Right. There it is.
Send my niece, you feel me? Hey, I got y'all. Like, that's what I want. So for anybody that's following PYT that knew me or thought they knew me, I just want to make it clear at this point in my life, all them little games, all the little comments, all the little funny stuff that people thought that they were doing to keep me out the loop, I got TV and film. I don't need y'all.
Wow, there it is.
So I'm just making it clear.
Clear it up then. That's what's up. So listen, it was definitely a joy chopping it up with you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming to kick it with the lady.
Thank you.
Tell everybody where they can follow you, where they can find your music.
Facebook, they call me PYT. Instagram, they call me PYT. TikTok, they call me PYT. Twitter, they call me PYT too. PYT like to eat food page. My _ perspective _ podcast page. And if you can't remember all of that, Google me. They call me PYT. I pop up.
What she said. What she said, because baby.
And I encourage, every time I do that, any interview I ever did or when I'm on stage, I always tell artists, they're going to ask you your handles. Come up with something catchy to where you can get it all out. They call me PYT is my every handle. You probably think that's a song, and it's not. But the way that I deliver my handles like that, artists take notice. Like, you want to be catchy with it.
Yeah. Well, I just say, you can find me on all platforms. Keisha Cali.
I'm gonna be like Keisha Cali. You too, Keisha Cali. All right, don't have me make a song. You feel me?
I will play it. No, listen.
Hey, don't say that.
Intro?
Don't
Did
say
you hear
that.
my intro? Did you hear my intro song? Shout out, rest in peace,
Willie Mammoth.
My guy.
He had hit me up before he passed away, and when I got Lil Draws actually hit me up, and he was like, "Oh, you know, he passed," and I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like, he literally just hit me up. He was talking about doing music.
Him and Draws was tight. What's crazy is the day before he passed, he was on live. He was sitting on his porch, and he was on somebody. He do the wake and bake, and he was on a live, and I tapped in. I always try to tap in, even if I can't just stay on it. I always tap in. Hey, you know. He's like, man, that's my homework, Keisha Cali. Y'all make sure y'all follow Keisha Cali Kickback. You know, just, he like turned it all on me. Yep. And I'm typing. I'm like, this about you though, big dog, you know. Yep. He's like, nah, come on, Keisha, you know how we get down. Like, that was my guy. He has been on my shows so many times. Even just pop up, and I did something called the Kickback.
Okay.
Where I would have artists and comedians on one stage. Every time he was there, like anytime I saw him, he would literally pick me up. Like, he had hit me up one time. Come on, Keisha, let's go to Vegas. I'm like, I'm not going to Vegas with y'all. He was like, man, the homeboy, I forget his name, but he gonna pick you. He gonna bring me to pick you up. We going to Vegas. I'm like, I'm not going. He was like, man, we performing. Come on, Keisha. Come on, man. Come on, lady. Come on, the lady. I'm like, all right. Just, it was the year of the Floyd Mayweather fight in Vegas. Big ass fight. They performed out there. It was big, but I got in the car. It was him, and like, it was him, 3 other dudes, and then it was SAG, and I think Faye, Beefy, one of them in another car. But I was the only girl. And he used to tell the story all the time. Man, Keisha was the only, she wasn't giving nobody no pussy. Nigga, I'm not come out there to fuck on y'all. Nobody. Like, he was like, man, can't nobody say nothing about Keisha. Can't nobody, but that's how I am. That's how I carry myself. I don't get down like that.
Yes.
But it brought on a different level of respect.
Yes.
And we've been like this. Me and the homegirl C-Star, shout out C-Store. We went to go see him when he was in the hospital. Right before he passed, I was able to pray over him, meet his mom, and that's my guy. Shout out to Willie Mammon. But that's Willie, Fade, and Beefy on that track, and it's produced by Young Sag, Long Beach City Movement. They called me down there. I was actually just down there messing around. It was like, come on, we're going to do this song called The Interview, and I'm like, all right, let's do it. And there it went. But,
you sound good, too, on there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm with that. Like, I love when people send me intros. I had an intro by Garfield Bright, the lead singer of Shy.
Oh, okay.
And the only reason I can't play it is because it has my old station and all that in it, the old information. But if you send it, I'm gonna play it.
All right.
My boy, All City, him and Eddie Papers. Eddie produced it. He wrote it. Straight Kickback info.
All right.
Hey, I'm Star is supposed to be producing a beat for my bros not affiliated, and Kato to do me an intro. So look, I'm taking all in right now. So if you got it, you gonna make an intro for the Kickback.
That's right.
Do it and send it to me. I'm giving permission. Anybody who's listening, if you want to do the intro for the Kickback, send it in. Let's get it. But you guys, make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at Keisha Cali. That's 2 eyes only on Instagram. Everything else is 1 eye. I am I'm excited about what is to come. I'm blessed. You guys are blessed. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate my team. I appreciate those that are listening and those that share, tag, post. And the good thing about this is, if you don't get a chance to see it live, you can always go back to it. The link will be in my bio. It'll be on Oh Boy TV page. It'll be on PYT's page.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow. Make sure you tap in. It's a beautiful day. It's Thursday. I appreciate you guys. It's the Lady Keisha Cali, the Lady PYT. We out.
I ain't did it.
Smoking, drinking, fucking, and I thing ain't on nothing. Got it on me when I'm in a function. Niggas stare too hard and I'm busting. Got a switch on his blue, can't duck this. And the clip too big, I can't touch shit. This is West Coast shit you can't fuck with. South Central, all the way to Sunset.
From Bompton all the way to Sunset. I ain't bumming if I can't get the gun in. If I'm bumming, then you know I bring the